Welcome to Ekphrasis, the bite-sized culture and arts programme. In 1996, the group Morcheeba released their first album. 15 odd years later, and with an excess of over 6 million copies of their work sold around the world, they're back in South London, my stomping grounds, to lay down their newest tracks. The Fools have agreed to chat to me today about what's going on, so let's go and have a little word with them.
You and me were meant to be, walking free in harmony. One fine day we'll fly away. Don't you know that Rome wasn't built in a day? Hey, hey, hey.
Hello, welcome to the show, Ross.
Thank you very much.
How you doing?
Pretty good.
So you just recorded a new album, how's that going?
It's going pretty well, yeah. We just finished it. It should be out in early June. So we're just doing all the, getting all the artwork together and photos and everything like that.
And what's it going to be called?
It's going to be called Blood Like Lemonade.
Oh, that'd be a diabetic's worst nightmare, wouldn't it? What's that about?
It's a long story. It's about a sort of vampirish ex-priest that ends up being a sheriff in a Mexican town.
So it's an everyday story then.
Yeah.
Good.
Well, I live in California. You do meet a lot of vampires that end up in Mexico.
Fair enough, fair enough. I won't push you for any more on that.
Yeah.
This album, Sky's returning to the group, isn't she?
Yes.
Can we expect the sort of classic Morcheeba sound, or will it be something new? Or?
Yeah, it does sound like classic Morcheeba. I think we'd have to try really hard to make it not sound like Morcheeba when we work with Sky. You know, it just has that kind of languid somnambulance is a word that my auntie taught me. It's sort of like sleepwalking.
Oh, say it again.
Somnambulance.
Somnambulance.
Yeah, it's just like really spacey. So I think it sounds really great. It's a classic sort of Morcheeba sound, and we've written some really great songs for it. So we're really happy. Yeah.
Awesome. Music videos.
Yes.
You've got some beautiful videos, like animated ones.
Yes.
And you've got a classic for Rome Wasn't Built in a Day, where we see you and your bro throwing down some shapes. Yeah. My favourite being the Egyptian move. Yeah. Can we see more of that with your...
Yeah, probably. We're going to make some videos for this next album, and as everybody always says that they want me and Paul to dance again, that video was actually inspired by the Blues Brothers.
Right, okay.
Yeah, we just wanted loads of people to dance.
You were dancing better than them though. You've got a fluidity going on, I think.
We liked the bit in the Blues Brothers where they dance in the diner with Aretha Franklin. That was the bit that we wanted to look like that. As amateurish as we possibly could.
No, you're pros all the way. You've been going for about 15 years, haven't you? So obviously from a consumer point of view, there's been a huge amount of difference in how we interact with music. From an artist's point of view, how different has it been throughout the course of your career?
It's bizarre. I mean, we started pretty much on the tail end of the record business, how it used to be. Even though people didn't really buy vinyl or they bought CDs, it was pretty much the same as it had been since the 60s. And then over a decade, it completely changed. And now it's not really about selling records anymore. It's more about doing gigs. And, you know, it's almost like if someone buys a ticket to your gig, you'll give them a free copy of the album. Whereas before it used to be like, you know, you'd do some gigs, hopefully getting people to buy the album. So it's kind of turned around, you know. But I love iTunes, I think that's great. I love the access that people can have to music and the information about that. The one thing I think is a shame is that it's taken some of the mystery out of music. I used to like it when you bought an album and you had no idea what the group looked like or where they were from or anything. Now within seconds you can find out everything you ever need to know about a band. And it's taken away some of the kind of mystique, which is a bit sad really, but you know, this is the modern world, everybody needs to know everything straight away. Saying
that though, I didn't know your brother was a pan chef?
A griddle chef.
Griddle chef. I didn't know that on the internet. That was in one of your. It was Big Harm. Right. I think I read that on. Yeah. On the back, on the sleeve.
He was also a trainee guillotine operator.
Like for beheading?
No, for cutting paper.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because that'd be a bit scary and unexpected.
They don't chop people's heads off anymore.
That's good.
Yeah.
I should really find out more about the judicial system.
I think that was more like the 18th century.
I see.
And he's not that old.
No. Is he older than you?
He's 4.5 years older than me.
Okay. But not that much older.
No.
You've worked with lots of other vocalists throughout the years. As a unit, as a collection now, who do you like to collaborate with, given free range?
It's always great working with Sky. She's fantastic. And we sort of suit each other really well. It was really fun working with David Byrne. I'd love to work with him again at some point. We will. Yeah, it's difficult really. I mean, there's lots of like singers that I really like, sort of folky singers in California that I'd love to do records with. There's a singer called Mary Sue who's a particular favourite of mine, and I'm sure at some point in the near future we'll get something together.
What in your 15-year life as a rock star has been your absolute pinnacle moment?
We were talking about this today. We played Glastonbury. We were headlining the jazz stage. I think it was a Saturday night, and it was also my birthday. And we'd accidentally eaten lots of magic mushrooms.
Accidentally?
Yeah. And we went on stage, and it was fantastic. There was like 50,000 people all singing along. That was great. And when we came off stage, we had to get straight into a car and drive to Heathrow Airport to get onto a plane to fly to Los Angeles, because we were playing the Hollywood Bowl the next night.
Right.
And I was still seeing funny things on the aeroplane, and it was really difficult trying to keep it together. And then, yeah, we played the show at the Hollywood Bowl, and that was fantastic. And sitting in front of me in like a box was Bruce Springsteen and the E Street Band, and it made me so nervous I couldn't play properly. But that was probably the best weekend of my career. That was really good fun.
Well, that brings me on to my next question. Morcheeba means way of marijuana.
Yeah.
Are you in fact a melodically gifted drugs pusher?
Yeah, kind of. We actually stopped smoking so much. We used to smoke loads and loads when we were kids, kind of thing, and then when we made the first couple of records. And then just recently, making this new album, we've just fallen into old ways and we've just smoked dope all day long. And it's not very good if you need to get anything done.
No.
But it's kind of fun if all you have to do is make silly noises.
Is that what we can expect on the next album?
Yeah.
Just the odd little
silly noises.
Yeah, brilliant.
Yeah, I can't ever post a letter or anything like that, because that involves going to buy a stamp and all of that sort of
Would it
stuff.
just take you a really long time?
Yeah.
You'd find it a bit funny, then have to stop for a snack.
Yeah, but we grew up in a little town on the southeast coast, and you could only get really bad, like Rocky Black, which was horrible to smoke. It tasted like diesel. And so Morcheeba was kind of like middle of the road Chiba. It was like just bad dope. Yeah, don't take the brown acid kind of thing.
Oh, I don't know, I don't do anything stronger than a cup of tea.
Really?
Oh yeah, I'll have a cup of tea, 2 sugars, read the Bible, that's me spent. That's me done. Well, so your album's released April...
It's on the 7th of June, it's
7th
coming
of June.
out. There's going to be a single coming out before that, probably in May, called Even Though, which is about a spaceman running out of oxygen in a kind of Major Tom fashion. Yeah, it's going to be good. Hopefully we'll have a video for Even Though, which will be made in a week or so.
Ooh. And is that in the UK, are you going abroad?
We're going to this amazing house in the south of France. I think it's Pierre Cardin's house. It looks like this bizarre sort of space-age troglodyte mansion. It's all bubbles. Everything in the whole house is round,
Yeah.
apart from the toilet, which is square for some reason.
Well, that's got to be a bugger to clean, hasn't it?
Yeah, there's right
The one place you don't want a right angle.
Yeah,
Did a lot.
we did a gig there once. It was excellent, so we thought we'd go back.
Yeah.
You know, and it's nice hanging out in the south of France. My brother lives there, and we recorded most of the album there. So it's sort of becoming a bit of a spiritual home for Morcheeba now.
Lots of vino as well.
Too much so,
Too much
yeah.
on you.
Yeah, that's why we tried to get back onto the old Rocky Black.
Stick with what you know.
Yeah.
Oh, well, it's been so nice chatting to you today.
Lovely to chat to you too.
Hope for every bit of success in the newest release, and I can't wait to see the new video.
Great.
And like I said, a bit of dancing would be nice.
Excellent, thank you
Thank
very
you
much.
so much.
Bye.